Ever hear a whisper in the forest that seems just a tad human? Tonight we unearth the Wendigo, a legend with roots both in chilling folklore and haunting biology.
Whispers and forests? Sounds eerily familiar and spooky. But we're not venturing into this chilling narrative solo.
True. With us is Ayana, a healer and shaman with profound connections to Native American traditions.
Legends echo ancestral wisdom. Let's unravel what the Wendigo has to whisper.
The Wendigo, a figure of terror and reverence, finds its roots in the traditions of the Algonquin-speaking tribes of North America. This spectral being emerges from tales of old, where the biting cold of winter pushed many to the very brink of their endurance.
You're saying it's the boogeyman of the snow? Like, avoid the yellow snow and the Wendigo?
In essence, yes. The Wendigo legend is an embodiment of the extreme consequences of gluttony, especially cannibalism. As ancient narratives suggest, a human who succumbs to the dire act of consuming another during harsh times might be cursed, transforming into this terrifying entity.
It's a symbol, Dane. An ancient cautionary tale. Wendigos aren't just about fear, but about survival, morality, and the challenge of maintaining one's humanity against overwhelming odds.
So it's kind of a consume or be consumed situation, but with dire consequences.
Precisely. The Wendigo is often depicted as emaciated, as if starved, a stark reminder of the hunger that drives it. It has an insatiable appetite, and the more it eats, the hungrier it becomes. This mirrors the desperation that can result from extreme conditions.
But more than the physical transformation, the Wendigo represents a spiritual decay, a turning away from our innate human connections and societal norms. For many indigenous communities, the tale is also a reminder of the importance of community and supporting one another, especially in dire times.
Well, with winter around the corner, I'll make sure to stock up on snacks. No Wendigo transformations for me.
A wise decision, but it's not just about sustenance. It's a tale that speaks volumes about human nature, choices, and the societal bounds that keep our darker impulses in check. It's said that the Wendigo doesn't just pop into existence. Rather, there's a disturbing transformation that marks a person's shift into this horrifying entity. And while legends vary, many converge on certain harrowing signs and symptoms.
Okay, but no jump scares, right? My heart can't take those.
Our stories aren't meant to scare, Dane, but to inform and caution. The Wendigo transformation starts subtly. It begins with numbness in the extremities, fingers and toes darkening, almost as if touched by frostbite.
But it's deceptive. This discoloration is not from cold. Instead, it's a result of a surge in blood sugar levels, causing damage to the blood vessels and nerves. Imagine feeling detached from your own body parts, unaware of the impending doom.
Okay, that's nightmare fuel.
It gets deeper, Dane. As the transformation progresses, there's a scent, an unmistakable odor of decay. It's the rotting flesh that begins to emit this pungent aroma. The world becomes muted, the senses altered.
The Wendigo's infamous insatiable hunger emerges during this phase. A hunger not just for food, but for human flesh. A hunger that's never satisfied. The more they consume, the more ravenous they become. It's a never-ending cycle.
Sounds like my midnight snack runs, minus the human flesh part.
There's also a shift in behavior. The person becomes more aggressive, erratic. They may hear voices or become paranoid. Their humanity is fading, replaced by something far more primal.
It's not just about physical changes. The mental and emotional transformation is equally alarming. The individual becomes consumed by greed and an overwhelming urge to devour with no thought of the consequences.
So if I see someone with dark fingertips who's super hangry, I should be concerned?
In the old days, tribes had rituals and ceremonies to protect against this transformation. The Wendigo was a grim reminder of the fine line between man and monster, especially during those trying winter months.
Indeed, the Wendigo tales, while steeped in mythology, have their grounding in real human challenges and fears. They serve as stark reminders of the depths to which hunger and desperation can take us.
Well, remind me to always have a snack on hand.
The Wendigo transformation isn't instantaneous. It's a gradual, chilling journey fueled by a virus altering the victim's very being. The progression is both fascinating and terrifying.
Oh boy, I have a feeling this is going to get a bit sciencey.
Science, Dane, often walks hand in hand with our legends. As the virus advances along the vagus nerve, the first major organ it affects is the thyroid.
The thyroid, as many of you might know, regulates our body's metabolism. When infected, it leads to hyperthyroidism, which essentially supercharges the body's energy production.
Supercharged? So like turning someone into a turbo-human.
In a way, yes. The heightened metabolism from this condition allows these individuals to withstand the extreme cold of winter far longer than an average person. It's nature's cruel way of adapting the infected to the environment, ensuring their survival while feeding their monstrous cravings.
It's not just about the cold. The vagus nerve also has a role in hunger. When this nerve is compromised, the result is an insatiable hunger. The more the Wendigo consumes, the hungrier it gets, driving them further into madness.
That's a diet plan I don't want to be on.
The transformation goes beyond physical hunger. There are mental effects as well. The person becomes increasingly aggressive with heightened senses, particularly hearing.
Correct, Ayana. Wendigos are known to have an exceptional auditory memory. Their advanced vocal musculature even allows them to reproduce sounds from their past, making them impeccable mimics.
So they can sound like anyone? Even someone they consumed?
Indeed, Dane. It's a deceptive tool, luring more victims closer.
This progression from man to Wendigo is a culmination of physiological, psychological, and environmental factors. It's a potent mix of nature's wrath and human frailty.
And here I was thinking, I just had to worry about regular viruses. Thanks for adding Wendigos to my list.
Now that we've delved into the chilling biology of the Wendigo, it's time to address the creature's portrayal in popular culture.
So we're talking about Wendigo cameos in horror movies? I've got my popcorn ready.
It's crucial to understand, Dane, that these movie monsters are often a far cry from the actual legends of my ancestors. The Wendigo has deep roots in Algonquin culture, embodying themes of greed, excess, and the dangers of nature.
Ayana's right. Most movies and shows depict the Wendigo as a monstrous, deer-headed creature with enormous antlers. This visual, while haunting, isn't consistent with original stories.
So, you're saying that Hollywood got it wrong? Shocking.
It's more than just a wrong portrayal. These misrepresentations can overshadow the true essence of the Wendigo. It's not just a mindless beast. It symbolizes the struggles of survival and the moral dilemmas that arise in dire circumstances.
The true horror lies not in the Wendigo's appearance, but in the transformation of man to monster, due to unrelenting hunger and despair.
And here I was, thinking my hunger after skipping breakfast was bad.
Media, while entertaining, often waters down the rich tapestry of folklore, molding them to fit modern narratives. The Wendigo isn't just a creature, it's a warning from generations past.
A stark reminder of the depths humanity can sink to when pushed to the brink.
Well, on a lighter note, I'll think twice now before complaining about my diet. No Wendigo transformations for me.
Always a wise choice, Dane. The legends may be ancient, but their lessons remain timeless. The Wendigo, from ancient legends to modern misconceptions. Quite a journey, wasn't it?
Gave me chills. If you enjoyed our deep dive, don't ghost us.
Give us a like and share the lore with others.
Hit subscribe for more chilling tales and comment your suggestions for our next episode. Stay curious.